Welcome to Skara Brae, one of the best preserved Neolithic villages in Europe.
Just north of mainland Scotland are the amazing islands of Orkney. Today we're going to explore the east side of the mainland at the site of Skara Brae.
After a storm in the 1850s, this site became visible after coastal erosion and was then excavated for us to see today.
Imagine the shock of the archaeologists when the radiocarbon dates revealed that the village was built around 3200 BC and was occupied until the end of the Neolithic around 2500 BC.
This means that the village was hidden from everyone and everything for around 5,000 years.
You may think, wow, another old home. Haven't we got loads of those already? Or actually, we don't. We know they built homes. They needed somewhere to live. However, these are only temporary, and now all that remains are post holes and scattered traces of activity. But this isn't the case on Orkney. You see, even if they wanted to build wooden structures, they couldn't, as trees struggled to grow here due to the high wind speeds and salt water levels in the air. So unless they found loads of driftwood, the communities had to adapt, and what better source than the stones found on their doorstep? If you look closely, you can even see the rounded edges of the stones from when they were tossed and turned by the moving tides. Their lack of organic material is excellent for us, as unlike those other structures, these survive, which gives us the rare opportunity to not only admire the architecture, but to go inside and see their interior design.
What makes this site different is that these weren't just buildings, these were homes.
Let me show you.
So this is a replica of house number 7. Come with me, let's go explore. So the actual houses would have been lower, but they've been built higher because we're all tall now. We come through here. And then right through this passage is house number 7. My God, it's awesome.
The layout of these homes is strikingly familiar. The hearths are in the centre, ideally arranged for cooking, cuddling, socialising, and staying warm in their adjacent beds overnight. Each home had some form of storage shelves, but within this house, archaeologists discovered a grinding stone for barley and the remnants of a fridge. When filled with water, it would have preserved fish and meat for a longer duration.
This is what's pretty cool. So inside here, you think, what is that? Could it be like a little shaft? Well, they don't know, they think it could have been a toilet. Like a glorified little restroom for the Neolithic. Right here, we even have some graffiti. We don't exactly know what it says or when it was written, but we think it could be from the Neolithic. Up here is a replica roof that has been built out of wood and hide. But now, after the digs at the Ring of Brodgar, we think that this actually is wrong, and instead it would have been a thin slate roof that they did find from excavations, but they had no idea what it was then. But now they think it could have been the roof. This house is just so technical. There's so many things that we can relate to as modern people, but in the Neolithic.
The storm revealed houses 1 to 5 in 1850s, but it wasn't until 1920s that archaeologist Jordan Child started his excavations, finding and preserving houses 1 to 8, with later conservations finding houses 9 and 10.
There are, in fact, 9 houses here, which are connected by a pathway across the site. But this one over here is actually an outhouse building. There is no evidence of people ever living here.
Unlike the others, Structure 8 has no stone furniture or a hearth, suggesting it was probably used for storage of perhaps grain or even animals.
And if you look over here, what we see is a midden. But what if I told you that their rubbish is our gold?
As a result of years and years of these communities throwing their rubbish onto the same spot, a midden has formed.
From the midden, when it was excavated, we were able to tell that they had a diverse diet here. They were farmers and fishermen with cattle, sheep, and barley found here.
Excavations also found shards of grooved ware pottery, which as a style originated here in Orkney and spread across the British Isles, even making its way to Durrington Walls, a feasting site near Stonehenge. But what makes these shards even more significant is that they were found within the oldest dated layer of the site, making these amongst the oldest shards discovered. The first hands to shaped grooved ware pottery may have belonged to this community. If they had known what legacy they were creating then, I wonder if they would have made it any different.
The question in everyone's mind was, why was this site abandoned?
Why is my hair going absolutely crazy in every shot? Well, the answer might be one and the same. By the close of 2500 BC, the climate had begun to change. Rising sea levels, stronger storms, and the relentless winds reshaped Orkney's landscape. Houses 9 and 10, lying at the edge of the village, bore the brunt of the sandstorms, so vulnerable that the extent of the damage prompted archaeologists to rebury them, protecting what little remained from future losses. Today, the sea presses against Skara Brae's doorstep, held back only by concrete walls. However, in the Neolithic, the shoreline lay 500 to 800 metres away, dramatically altering how we envision the world these villagers once called home.
Originally, we thought it was just packed in, everyone decided to up and go, but now theories suggest that actually it was probably more gradual.
Skara Brae's walls outlived their builders, not by chance, but by stone and sand, holding a story the earth kept safe until we were ready to listen. Skara Brae is just the beginning. Join me next time as we explore more Neolithic wonders across Orkney, from stone circles like Ring of Brodgar to tombs like Maeshowe. I'm bringing you all along for the ride. This has been Dig About, Skara Brae. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel and drop a comment of any sites you'd like me to visit next.